Oh, hello, astrology minded human beings. This is Astro Jojo reporting backwards um about our friend. Have you guys realized it was here? Arjuna, the the new celestial um, catalyst that has really entered the gravitational field of influence at 9 lunar, um, they call them lunar moons, which is a type of spacing, light years or miles or something. But it's within what we call gravitational influence, and uh, that being Arjuna, I have been following this uh, celestial body, this matter flying through space for like over a year, knowing it was coming, and then to find out that it's here and the other things that are coming up and opening out of just being aware of it really shifted. And uh, what I guess I'm getting at is I feel that humans, particularly now, have come so far into their future that they, us, me, our, are all kind of confused about the entire thing, right? And we've all allowed this to happen over a really long period of time, using our decision making powers to create shows like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and America's Next Top Model and America's Got Talent has in in influenced the mystical gravity of our human life. And I'm an astrologer. I say this all the time, studied astrology for a long time. And what I am coming to realize through this study that I have found myself on through the actions of this amazing asteroid is um, the story of Arjuna. Let's start there now with not with the Buddha. Let's start with Arjuna, one of the sons of the Pandava in the great Mahabharata. Arjuna, when he strings his arrow during the chapters we know as the Bhagavad Gita, is him making a conscious decision to keep the form of his family, which is his body, fully intact with God. Right? Well, and I'm drawing these conclusions based on one, Arjuna being one of 5 kings, brothers of Pandavas, which were the highest regarded legendary brothers in the Mahabharata, which is a whole nother ball game I can't even begin to get into today. But the reason I'm correlating Buddhism with with the Bhagavad Gita now getting somewhere, is if we look at the brothers, these are the 5 brothers of the Pandavas, which were saved by Arjuna when he chose to pick up the celestial weapon and defeat the darkness, or defeat the Asuras, the Unshuras, the black figures that fill in spaces and then push forward into people, into power, all these things. Now, what dawned on me is looking at the brothers, right? There's 5 of them, and they all stand or represent a harmonious characteristic of a human, one human, together creating this Pandava, right? The names is really difficult for me. Yudhishthira, I'm gonna do a bad job, I don't care. Who had correct knowledge of morality of his own acts and was merciful to surrendering foes. Bhima. Bhima is also described as to be frightful, who never forgot a foe and was not pacified, even after he weakened his vengeance. He was fierce, totally fierce in his things. His great might brought him great renown. Arjuna. Neither lust, nor fear, nor anger could make him forsake virtue. Nakula. He was unflinchingly devoted to his brother, who in turn regarded him as more valuable than their own life. He is the disciple, right? Sahadeva. He was also praised to be always mindful of the duties of the warrior class and would sacrifice his own life than say anything that is opposed to morals. He was the perfect emanation of intelligence and eloquence of wisdom. Now, why do I bring up the Pandavas of the Bhagavad Gita? Because Arjuna is opening up in the sky, which is our celestial body, the ability for us as humans to reintegrate the temple body, which has happened in Greek mythology, Roman mythology, Egyptian, Aztec, Hindu, Confucius. I mean, there's always at the pinnacle moments of civilization, the epic contingent reforming of what it is to be a human being. And so Arjuna Asteroid is reminding and giving us an opportunity to redevelop our spiritual lives, because I must say I study a lot, and oh man, humans, bros, guys, ladies, girls, children of all ages, what the fuck are you guys doing? Everyone's losing their minds over money and power and nothing. No. And the reason I say it like this is because I'm Buddhist, and in Buddhism, this is completely not the way of the Dharma, the way to Buddha. Why do I think the Buddha is so important in this whole thing? Is because as a Buddhist, I wanted to put this thing down and just kind of give up, because I was like, well, I don't know where to go with this thing. And then all of a sudden I'm reading about the 5 bodies of the Buddha. He emanated what they call the kayas, which he was not a one-dimensional stand-up being. He had these cloaks, which were sheaths of pure light that emanated the reality, which created the ability for us to be here, even in ignorance. There has to be something perfect to encapsulate all of the idiots. That's how much the Buddha loves us. He'll wait for all of us to figure that out. And so here's the five bodies: is you have the Dhammakaya, the truth body; the Sappakaya, the natural body; you have the Yanakaya, the wisdom truth body; you have that Sambhogaya, the body of enjoyment, the senses; and the Nima Nangkaya, the emanation body, the light which shines, which allows us to be seen and the Buddha to be visible. Why, in fact, would the god of Hindus' most epic religion be so perfectly aligned with the same function of the one true Buddha? And so I think it's a fantastic time, man. It's a fantastic time to become spiritual again and link together truths which are not stretched out of logic. Like, yeah, these things seem so far-fetched. It's like, what are you talking about, you weird guy from New Jersey living in Thailand? He's an English teacher now it happens to be a spiritual guru. Show enough, son. Show enough. Spiritual guru. Um, is that we have to become aware that time is of the essence of our holy human life, our breath, and our attention. And we are now in a position where if we put our attention on all of the bad things that are going on in the world, we are doing exactly the opposite of what the Buddha taught, which was to focus real energy on negative things, making them worse, making our minds unhealthy, our bodies unbalanced, our brains mush, and our hearts splattered. And so Arjuna is awakening in me the conscious ability to transmit this message that the Pandava, the holy body described in the Bhagavad Gita, which upholds the whole human, which is one society, is the same as the five emanations of the Buddha, the one true Buddha, in the bodies of what we are, and that's happening at all times. And that by putting our focus and our contemplation in the right places at the right time for the right reasons, it is likely that you may experience evolution of your spiritual being that will never ever be tarnished. I think that is probably worth it for 57 days to contemplate really deeply and allow your life to move you into a healthier wholeness altogether. Why would that be a bad thing? Couldn't possibly be a bad thing. Just do it. What I'm saying is really cool and awesome, and you can draw on it and feel the energy happening immediately, and my suffering is just disappearing. It's falling away like snow off of leaves. My life is instilling stronger boundaries that will hold more light. And I believe by continuously doing this practice during this very specific time, we possibly are surely practicing the pure Dharma and therefore could bring about, in really close terms, a strong awakening of many, 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 many human beings, if not uh, by and large, rescuing ourselves from eternal karmic cycles. I think it's very possible this could offset trillions of lifetimes. As someone who believes in reincarnation, I don't want to come back that many times. If I can come back three more, one more, no more, I'm kind of down with that. Um, so spirituality is about getting closer to the point being the purpose being the perfection of ourselves. You don't do that on your own. You need a guide and a guru. Arjuna Asteroid is a guide and a guru flying around the earth right now. Not me, it's the epic. And allow him a chance to reform you. Spirituality is needed more than we could ever need it. We need it now. So get spiritual, man. Pray. I love you.